Hi guys, That One FNAF fan here, and today we are going to be talking about the great success of Five Nights at Freddy's plush Hex. If you are part of a FNAF community, you would probably normally hear a lot of people talking about Hex because of their plushies, but if you are not familiar with Hex, let me catch you up on it. Hex Five Nights at Freddy's plushies are created by Dorko, a very popular FNAF YouTuber. If you're a FNAF fan, you've probably heard of him. I mean, I watch him pretty much daily. So Dorko partnered up with this company called Warren James, which, if you're a fan of horror games, you've probably, maybe almost just heard of them before, thanks to Poppy Playtime collaborating with them to make most of their merchandise, which has sadly gone now because they're working with this new company called Culturefly. Still unfamiliar about Warren James and are a horror game fan and like Poppy Playtime, I'll show you some images that might just make you remember. Here you go. Okay guys, I'm just kidding. Here's the actual results of what they look like. Are you familiar now? Hopefully so. Let's get into the main video. The Hex plushies are very popular in the FNAF community because mostly they have magnetic parts with their parts and service line, which are really good, which means you can pull them apart and create your own characters. Kind of like the Funko FNAF action figures, but as plushies. Starting, they've created many different characters into Hex plush, such as the classic animatronics, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, the toy animatronics and Balloon Boy, fanverse characters such as Candy and Pop Goes, and most recently released, the Puppet. They are even currently developing Withered animatronics as plushies, which will sell like crazy because everybody's been wanting Withered merch for years now. They're also working on a Springtrap plush and a Mangle plush. Now, Hex plushies are a bit costly. They are $55 each, which is definitely worth the money, but it's a lot to be paying for, and a lot to keep up with all the characters they're constantly bringing out and such cool designs and that. And people were complaining about the prices of them because they just couldn't pay it. But Dorko is a very nice person, and he actually listened out to people, unlike other companies like Funko. They don't listen to what everybody says. But Dorko did. He listened, and then he created the new versions of the plushies that you've seen, probably, called the Cuddly plush, which are a lot cheaper, but they just missing magnets, basically. They're still really worth the money. They're only $35, much cheaper than the normal plushies. Anyway, getting back to the point of why Hex is so successful. I think the main reason why Hex is one of the most successful companies to make FNAF merch is probably because Dorko actually listens out to people. He actually takes in their opinions and then fixes all the plushies up to be at perfect condition so everybody wants them. Just like how he's making the Withereds currently, which everybody's been wanting for ages now. So he's finally doing them, which means people are going to want them, which means he'll get a lot of money from it, and they'll be very successful. Also, why Hex plushies are also really successful is because of the quality of them, because they're absolutely amazing. I mean, they're perfect. They're way better than Funko plushies and U2s. They're probably the best FNAF plushies out there if they weren't for Sanchi, but they have their own style to them, so they're not really fully accurate to the plushies in the game, but they have their own style to them whilst still staying true to the actual characters, which is really good. To say that they've got button eyes and like stitching, it looks really good. It's stylized, but still having the original character's features on there, so you can still tell who it is, which is really good. And I know I do not own any FNAF Hex plushies, but I would really love to own one day. Like, if they ever make Springtrap, he's one of my favourite characters. I'll definitely end up picking him. Maybe not the magnet plush, but if they do a sitting plush of him, definitely, I will definitely get him without hesitating at all. I know this video is quicker than my Temu one, but that's because there's not really much to say because Hex is such a good company. I don't really have much to say other than they're amazing, so I cannot wait to see what characters they do in the future into plushies and how they look, because for sure now they're going to look amazing. because of past designs, and some of the upcoming ones, like the Wizards and Mangle, they look incredible, and they'll definitely sell well. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Bye.